Hi guys, it's Melissa. How are you? I wanted to come on here today and just do a little chat with you and kind of bring you up to date on a couple of things. So I hope that this, I'm sorry, video finds you well and healthy and happy and that all is going well with you. It is the week of Thanksgiving where I live, and it is snowing outside. We've had kind of a strange fall, and where I live in Utah, sometimes we tend to have these lingering times and then suddenly we have a season. So we'll go from winter and it'll kind of linger out and then suddenly it's hot. Or here it's been fall and now suddenly it's cold. So it's always interesting and I'm never ready for it, but it is what it is, right? But it'll be nice for Thanksgiving to have everybody home and, just be able to not have to worry about getting places and doing whatever. So that's what's going on here. We are going to my in laws for Thanksgiving, which is nice. We hosted for 15 years. And it was a lot of work, but it was also kind of fun to host with my husband, be able to cook with him, and welcome everybody into our home. But we have outgrown our home, and my dining room is now my office and the computer area for my kids. So we don't really have a place to put a bunch of people at a big table like we used to. And so we're going to my in-laws, and that will be fine. I like to do my Thanksgiving cooking ahead of time, so I may film some of that so you can see. This year I'm going to try to do a boneless turkey breast from Costco in the Instapot from Frozen. And I've been reading a lot of how people do that and whatnot. And so I may film that because that could be pretty cool if it works out. If it doesn't work out, I guess you just put it in longer in the Instapot, but that could be good. This fall has been, like always, like all of us, it's been busy. But sadly, I've been sick. I was sick for about 7 weeks. And I started with this upper respiratory thing and I got to where I couldn't breathe and kept going to the urgent care clinics and went on antibiotics and all that stuff. And I've been feeling better the past few weeks. And then today with the change in the weather, I've had to do the inhaler and all of that. So I'm hoping we're not headed down that road again. But that's what's been going on with that. So I've been trying to hold life together while not feeling so great and doing real estate at the same time, which has kept me really busy. I think if I remember correctly, I'm looking at my real estate board right now. If I remember correctly, if I don't have any other homes go under contract before the end of this year, I will have done 15 deals since June. So that is pretty cool. I'm not a traditional agent. I don't have to go out and find the people. I don't have to find the people that are listing their homes. Those are brought to me, and then I help them get it under contract and get it sold. And so I don't make a traditional commission like someone would make. And there are many who like to tell me that I'm very underpaid, but I am very grateful at this point in my life that I can work from home. I can work around what my family needs and I can make some money. So that's been good for me. I'm trying to think what else I can tell you about. Has anybody else been like, isn't it Christmas already? I love to decorate for fall, but my oldest had a big birthday. She turned 18. And so I decorated really cute for her birthday. We had an ice cream theme because she loves ice cream, all things ice cream. And so I took my fall stuff down for that, and then I didn't want to put it back up. So I ended up putting up part of Christmas, which I used to be such a stickler. I used to be like, we have to celebrate the pilgrims and the first Thanksgiving before we can put the Christmas stuff out. And this year I was like, I don't give a crap. And I, got the tree out. And I don't know, the past couple years I've been so strange. I traditionally have had a Christmas tree that has ornaments that are sentimental to our family and that my kids have made and people have given us. And so it's kind of a hodgepodge tree, but it's really cool because nearly every ornament has a memory or something attached to it. And I've taken great pride in doing that. My mother-in-law was the one that introduced me to that when I married my husband. And I just carried that tradition on, and we've done that. But last year, I was just like, I do not want to fish through the garage for the Christmas tree and all the ornaments and all that stuff. And so, sorry. So I went to the at-home store, bought a skinny tree because our living room isn't very big. Bought a skinny tree and bought some ornaments and did a totally different tree. And so this year, we have more furniture now, and so that skinny tree comes in handy. But my youngest was like, Mom, we have to do the family tree. Why? You cannot have a farmhouse tree, which I really wanted to have. So, anyways, I'm kind of babbling about that, but I'm just wondering if you've already put up your Christmas stuff or if it's unique to me. I've seen so many people on YouTube that already have their stuff up, so I'm thinking maybe it's not unique to me. But let's see, what else is going on? I have a child applying to colleges and for scholarships and all that kind of stuff, which is really quite strange to me. I went to community college. I didn't graduate from a university, and so I don't know how to do any of this. But she's just amazing and doing a lot of it with her mom following her instead of her mom leading her. Let's see, what else? Black Friday is coming up. How do you handle Black Friday at your house? I would love to know. That is my work phone. So if you can hold on just a minute, I'm going to let it ring. Okay, I will get that in a few minutes. But I would love to know how you handle Black Friday at your house. If you do a lot of shopping, if you actually go out and shop, or how you handle it. We, in recent years, have done everything online, which has been wonderful. And we usually have all of our Black Friday shopping done by the time we eat turkey on Thanksgiving because the ads come out so early and then people put their sales online early. So we usually have that done. And Black Friday is essentially our Christmas. We buy things that maybe we wouldn't have bought throughout the year. So, for example, this year there may be a TV in store for us. There may be some, more expensive things for my kids because it will be part of their Christmas. And so it's fun. I don't really have anything specific that I want this year. I really don't. Nothing that I can justify spending the money on. My husband keeps asking me, what do you want? What do you want? I don't know what I want. I do tend to like to buy, something for the kitchen, or I may buy that crispy lid for the Instapot where you can, I have a video on that, but where you can, the air fryer lid that you can put on the Instapot. I may end up buying that, but I really don't, So, yeah, so that's what's going on here. 2 kids in high school, one, like I said, almost out the door, looking at scholarships and colleges and all those kinds of things. And the other one's struggling a little bit, trying to adjust. It's been kind of rough, but we're getting through it. And it's interesting how one school can work really well for one child, but not necessarily for another. And so we've been very tied to this high school because my oldest has done so well there. And she's totally different from her sister. Very academic, very responsible, very just much older than her age. And so all the teachers love her. She's a teacher's dream and they love her. And the teachers love my youngest, but for different reasons, because she very much tries to be a friend. She tries to help. She tries to clean up. She tries to notice if somebody's having a hard day. So they're very different that way. But for my youngest, the system has not been as helpful. And so we have actually talked to her about, do you want to stay at this high school or do you want to go to a different high school? There's always the option of us moving, which that's a whole nother story. And she says she doesn't care if she stays at the high school. So it's kind of strange to see how one school can work for one child, but maybe a different environment is needed for another. So I don't know what we'll be doing, but life is always changing, right? And as far as moving, that varies from day to day. We have not found the house that we want, and in some ways, we've been kind of holding off. Um, and it may be that there are some big changes in store for our family, and we're just holding on to get our oldest graduated, and then we may be looking at moving, uprooting. Maybe this isn't the place where we're supposed to be. So it's interesting. It's an interesting dialogue and one that we're starting to talk about and look at more. And the goal was always to get our oldest graduated, and we always thought, we would need to have that consistency for our youngest, but she really doesn't care to stay at her high school. So that leaves it open as far as where we live here. That leaves it open as far as possibly moving elsewhere, out of state or a different part of the state or something. So it's just life is always changing, right? But that's what's going on with our family. And I hope that your family is doing well, that you're happy and healthy and everything is well. And I think that's it. So try to watch out for some new videos. Like I said, I would like to tape or video some of my cooking for Thanksgiving, because I plan to use the Instapot for nearly everything. Everything hot, that is. And so, yeah, so stay tuned, because hopefully I will have those up. I just am putting a video up of some past videos. I say hello briefly, but basically I've linked some videos below that I made in the past that are some side dishes and things for the holidays. So check that out. And I'm just glad to be back on here. And as I always say, I promise, or I hope, or something, that it will continue. But until next time, make it a great day. Thanks. Bye.